fruitful life. And so we focus our technology. And when we think about supplements, people kind of dismiss it as like, oh, it's just a supplement. No, it's just this. This is an actual technology. You know, our bodies are a very, very complex machine. I know a lot of people, you know, are very happy with their Lamborghini or their Mercedes-Benz or their Porsche or, you know, airplanes. These are looked at as technology, but our bodies are so complicated. There's so many things and so many functions that are going on, and we take them for granted very often. You know, just the simple ability to speak without even really thinking about it. There's so many things that are going on with neurons and everything else that we don't think about it until we're not healthy.
All right.
And then people start to say, okay, well, what do I need to do to get healthy? Well, if you take it down to its core, is we need to make our cells healthy. And at the center, the very center of our cellular health is a molecule called glutathione. Now, this is going to become a very common word. People are going to start to hear more and more about glutathione. Now, the good news about glutathione is that every cell in our body is trying to make glutathione to defend itself. So that's a lot of glutathione, a lot of things going on in our cells. The problem with glutathione is that it is constantly under attack, right? So in the air here, there's, you know, Nairobi has got a lot of cars, so we see a lot of the pollution, right? And so we're breathing that into our bodies. Well, how does our body deal with that? How do we remove those heavy metals from our cells, which are causing very serious damage? Well, that's one of glutathione's main function, is removing heavy metals from our cells. Now, the problem with glutathione is being under attack. It is constantly declining.
Hold it right there.
Yes.
As you tell us some more on that, then we probably would say that this is happening because of the changes of time, you know, technology and, you know, the advancements of life in comparison to what was there back then. But I would say then that, you know, what you eat today will speak tomorrow, that food, you know, is the ultimate solution to all these troubles, you know, to making sure that the glutathione is in order and all this. So why not capitalize hugely on what it is that we eat?
Well, you should. You should absolutely have a very healthy diet.
And is that not, you know, sufficient enough to guarantee when?
No, unfortunately it's not. You know, because as we get older, what our bodies lose the ability to do is absorb bioavailable cysteine. Right? When you're making glutathione, there are 3 amino acids that come together to make glutathione in our cells. You have plenty of glycine in your system, you have plenty of glutamic acid. What we don't have is enough bioavailable cysteine. Now, you can get some cysteine from, you know, if you eat a ton of asparagus, but you're going to have to eat an awful lot of it. Problem is, again, as we get older, our glutathione levels go down. What our technology provides is bioavailable cysteine. We have developed a technology that protects cysteine and gets it to the site of action in your cells, where your cells now produce their own glutathione. This is very, very important. The more glutathione you have, the healthier you will be.
All right, so briefly about Max International, and now getting to understand how much of an advancement we've noticed in the technology, because in my little research I realized that it's not you know, an entity that just started the other day. As a matter of fact, it is first, you know, penetrating the global fraternity to a point that it's in Kenya today.
Yes, yes. Well, the way that the technology was developed, there's a Dr. Herbert Nagasawa, who is a medicinal chemist, and he's one of the greatest medicinal chemists to ever live. He is absolutely a remarkable scientist. He worked on this product for 25 years. It took 25 years to develop a molecule called ribosine. And he was focused on glutathione because he was a veteran in the U.S. Army. And he noticed that a lot of veterans were having issues with alcoholism, drinking too much, cirrhosis of the liver, and they had very low levels of glutathione. So he felt, listen, if I can figure out how to help raise the level of glutathione, I can save a lot of people. And so that was his focus for 25 years. Now, I got involved because I went to Harvard Law School, and I was a lawyer, a finance lawyer, for 14 years. Now, my job is to be very critical as a lawyer. You want to check everything. You want to make sure all of the details are there. Max International hired me to acquire Dr. Nagasawa's technology. Now, being a New York, Harvard-trained lawyer, I am about as critical of a human being as you will ever meet. And
Ask all the questions
you know,
about what is,
when you're a New Yorker and you're a lawyer, you're going to be like, yeah, what's this? You're saying that. I want to know this. You know, so it was my job to be as critical as possible. So I went through all of the science with the team at my law firm, and we dug into his science. And he had independent studies on ribosine. I mean, truly independent. It wasn't like he made up the study and said this product is great. There were independent studies from scientists around the world that looked at ribosine and were telling him that this product is outstanding. So at the end of that transaction, I had a very small memo. It was like, this guy has created something that can truly help all of humanity, because every cell in every human on the planet is trying to produce glutathione. So I took the product myself at that point, because I used to be a marathon runner, and when you're running 80 to 100 miles a week, which is like 140 kilometers, 260 kilometers, so many great Kenyan runners, so it was one of my dreams to come run with the Kenyans. But you put a lot of stress on your body, you develop a lot of free radicals that are causing inflammation, and so the science said, take this product and it will raise your glutathione levels. So I took the product and had just a remarkable product experience, which then let me know that if it's working on me, a person who is as critical as I am, a person who was looking out after their health as much as I was, and I didn't know about glutathione at that time, well, the world might not know about it. And so Dr. Nagasawa said, Joe, it would be great if you could help us get these products to the world. And one of his primary focuses was to get it to every country, and the countries, he said, that particularly need it. So he really wanted us to come to Africa. And in 2013, we did just that. We started out in Ghana, where we found really a warm reception, and the business grew very rapidly. And from there, we went to Nigeria in 2016, and it's just naturally progressed across the continent. And so now we're here in Kenya, in East Africa.
And humans are known to appreciate what is brought to them, to just like you, try them out, try these things, services, just get to know whether they're genuine or not. And while there's been this warm welcome, there are a few who have felt like, this is a whole scam, this is not genuine, I've probably taken the product and I have not gotten value for money, it is not what was sold to me. Before you get to address that, when you say the product, just exactly what do you mean? Because I see there's a whole lot of...
It's a whole series of products, yes. But when I say the product, our primary focus, and that's our patented molecule. So when people say, oh, we can get this anywhere else, you cannot. This product is to publish studies on ribosine, and that is on a singular ingredient. So we don't like do a compound study where we take a group of ingredients and give it to a study group and then find out whether the compound works. We focused on this. Absolutely raises glutathione levels. It's absolutely safe because we manufacture our products at a pharmaceutical grade. They are very bioavailable. These are words that you're going to hear. There are a lot of products on the market that make a lot of different claims, which is why people are very hesitant about this product or that product. The truth of the matter is there's not a lot of products that are made in a high enough quality to be bioavailable and actually be able to be used by your cells. Right? Our products are made at such a high grade that you can be rest assured that they are going to get into your cells. They're going to get to the site of action.
So what efforts are put on board to make sure that these dissenting voices then are made to understand that it's not a scam, that it is not what it is that somebody else would want to paint it?
So you're talking about pyramid schemes and that sort of thing, and people say, oh, there are a lot of companies that have come in.
And I mean, this is technically what is normally sold to us. I have personally been called for meetings, sat down, and numerous of supplements presented to me. The person who's presenting this supplement to you really, it doesn't add up, because you really want to look at them and see what it is that they're trying to preach.
Yes.
And it's a totally different thing.
Yes.
And you get yourself into it, sometimes put your money into it, your energy, your time, only to realize that indeed it was a scam.
Right. And that unfortunately does happen. And in those types of situations where you're talking about pyramid schemes, usually people are saying, give us money and you'll get an unfathomable return, right? So there's no real product being sold. That's a typical confidence game. And I've gotten WhatsApp messages that says, oh, give us this much money and your return will be this. Stay away from that. There's no such thing as easy money. You have to work to earn your money. And there must be a product that's being sold. As you see here, we have actual products. And they actually are sold.
So how does this get connected to this talk of pyramid anyway?
How does it get connected to?
Connected, yes. So that somehow it finds itself in this talk of pyramid, yeah.
Well, this is
The schemes.
the way we want to distribute the product
Okay.
is to have the biggest benefit for as many people as possible, right? So our primary thing is make a high quality product that is delivering more value than we receive. And there is no greater value than making sure that your cells are healthy. From that gives us the opportunity to create economic opportunity, real economic opportunity for people. So if people have a desire to work and to earn, and this gives them products that are distinguishable in the marketplace, that are scientifically proven and validated, that have studies that are, beyond reproach. And that means that people can develop income for themselves. So not only do we provide great products, but we train people at our offices. Our offices are open to the public. We have conference rooms, we have training for them to come in and learn how to do their business properly. You will never hear any Max associate or any of our leaders say, come in and make $1 million in a week, or come in and make as much as you can, or buy 5,000 shillings or 20,000 shillings worth of product. We want people to come in, learn how to do their business properly, learn how to deliver value to your customer. The most important thing is, if I don't service you, we in multiple channels, right? So right now we have a medical symposium that's going to be taking place on Saturday, where we will be presenting the detailed science behind ribosine, where we will be showing studies that have been done, and researchers are coming in from Nigeria to present their studies. So physicians, pharmacists, they will certainly have opportunity to distribute the products, because our primary goal is to make sure products available to them, so they can enjoy their health and recovering. So you will see our products in multiple channels throughout the country.
All right, so once I get into consuming these products, a lifetime thing?
Yep.
Or there's a way I can say that I get into these products, I recover fully, I feel like, now my iron levels are way up to the level of stability, and therefore I don't need to consume them anymore? Or it is a lifetime product that you have to constantly buy and consume?
Yeah, so there's the good news and the bad news. The good news is that from a business perspective, for people who are involving themselves with us, people constantly need to raise their glutathione levels. Unfortunately for us as consumers, our glutathione levels are declining. The good news is there are products that will help you raise your glutathione levels. Think of it as water. You need to take water every day to stay hydrated. You need to eat food to give yourself energy, right? You need to take these supplements to keep your glutathione levels high. They are that critical. So you will have to take...
You will have to be dependent on them, or is dependent is not the right word?
Yeah, I don't think dependency is the right word. You need them if you want to stay completely healthy. You're not going to be addicted to the product, like, oh my gosh, I got to have it, and some
side effects,
like some sort of drug. There's no side effects to these products other than you will get healthy. These are what's known as prodrugs. They're trying to keep your cells healthy, and your body will homeostatically regulate whether they want to use the molecules that we're providing or get rid of them through your waste. So these are incredibly healthy products. Now, you will want the products because you will see the value that they deliver.
Are there times you can take a break and say, well, in like a year I won't take, and then come back to it, and it's okay?
You can do that. That's fine if you don't want to feel as...
But
let me tell you, when I was working on the acquisition of the technology, I started to take the products because I was having a number of issues. And because being the lawyer I am, I'm like, okay, well, they worked. And I said, this is such a great experience. Maybe it's psychosomatic. Maybe I've convinced myself somehow. So I stopped taking the products. 3 days later, I wasn't feeling as well as I was beforehand, so I immediately started taking them again, and I've been taking them ever since, and that's like 13 years ago. I've traveled to 52 countries. I am a very healthy person. I am almost never sick because my cells are very, very healthy. I take these products constantly, and that help. You know, I don't mind getting old. That's fine. Thank gosh, because the alternative is worse. But I don't like to act old. I want to be vibrant. I want to be out there. I want to be healthy. And if I'm going to take care of my Lamborghini, my machine, which is mine, and I should take care of this at the absolute peak, I want to have the best products in my body. I want to deliver to my cells the very, very best. So I take these things religiously, and it really, really helps.
Age-wise, it's just a couple of minutes that we're talking about the fact that, you know, what you feel right now is totally different from what it felt like, you know, when you were young and all that. So at what age then would it be recommended for someone to get into the supplements?
You know, it depends on how much you're putting yourself under oxidative stress, right? So if you're a young person and you're working really hard, you're in school and you're studying, you're really creating a lot of free radicals in your body. Now, even though as a young person you have a high level of glutathione, you absolutely can take these products and they will help you, right? You know, I've heard and I've seen, you know, that Kenyans like to go out and live life a little bit hard. At night, you know, I've seen some of the you guys live in a good, exciting life, and maybe
we only live once, they say.
You know, that's it. You know, but we might as well live long and live healthy, right? And so when you're imbibing in a little bit of the alcohol, right, one of your body's primary defense systems is your liver, and your liver is detoxifying. Now, some people after they've had a heavy night out, they may not, you know, you might not feel so good. Why is that? It's because your body has been overloaded with toxins, right, from the alcohol. One of the ways, again, that your liver is going to detoxify is through glutathione. So, you know, I could strongly recommend that if you've gone through a tough night, you just take a little of this Max Infuse, you just drop it in your water. And if you notice something here, this is very important. Do you see how it's dispersing in the water?
Right. Goes all the way down? Literally
without any prompting, right? It's dissolving. And what this is demonstrating to you is the bioavailability of the product, right? Now, if you were to take a normal supplement and do this, it would drift straight to the bottom. It wouldn't disperse in the water very well, right? And so after a heavy night, I've told people, listen, you take a little Max ATP, you take a little Max Infuse. So, you know, when we're talking about the younger generation, and you put this into your body, it will help deliver bioavailable ribosine and help your body produce glutathione. But we also have a whole host of other vitamins and minerals in here that are going to help your body to recover, right? So now here we go. You see, you just put there and you just give it a little shake.
See, the reason why I was talking about dependence is because you find that when you realize that it works,
see
the
that?
magic,
Completely dissolved in the water, and this will feel like heaven.
Enjoy.
I will.
How does it taste?
It's quite delicious.
I have a spoon here.
Try it.
Oh, it's juicy, kinda. It's nice.
Yes, this would be orange, lemon, lime.
In hot water, cold water?
Cold water or normal water. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is just put it in some water and you put it down. And this will become the recovery drink for all of the people who are hanging out late at night. They will feel ready to get up and go to work in the morning.
You know, we would easily get lazy and now say we are into this and forget about food and everything. And it's pretty common. And I'll tell you, most of the people who are into supplements will say, what's the essence of food? After all, this is doing the magic.
Well, you need to have a healthy diet, right? You know, one of the issues that has come up that I've seen and read about a lot is obesity. And you know, there's a large percentage of Kenyans that are starting to get into a situation where they're having issues with their weight. Weight management is a total life commitment. Now, yes, we have a supplement called Switch right, which is really outstanding at helping you raise your metabolism, right? And when you raise your metabolism, you burn fat more efficiently. It's very, very critical. High doses of alpha lipoic acid, and again, these are scientifically based. There are studies around it, and ribosine in our switch product to help raise your metabolism and your metabolic rate. What has happened is, as people here have moved to the cities, they're not exercising as much. They're not walking as much.
Right.
People are in cars, becoming more sedentary. And when that happens, your metabolism slows down. When your metabolism slows down, you start to put on more weight. When you look at the diet has shifted. You're now eating a lot more fast foods, right? Eating a lot of chips. When you look at the cost of buying French fries or buying potato chips versus buying an apple here, you know, the cost has now pushed people towards this type of diet.
Okay.
And so it is something that people have to think about. So yes, proper supplementation, very, very important, but that you also have to make sure that you are eating properly, that you are exercising, that you are thinking about your mental health. That's one of the things that we've seen with COVID, is that people are under extreme amounts of stress, whether it's from a job loss or from family pressures. There's so many things that are happening. And if you go to Max International, if you go to max.com, we have an entire program that's been developed by our marketing team and our science team to help you keep healthy. We have a 90-day plan where we have recipes, where we have exercise programs. You have to think of this holistically. There isn't going to be a single pill that is going to help you change your life entirely. That has to be a commitment. And our commitment is to make sure that we deliver the best value to assist you in that process.
All right. So if I am to get this today, I go straight into having it, or there needs to be some tests to be done, there needs to be some, medical attention, and especially for those ones who could be having pre-existing conditions, you are already maybe diagnosed with a certain, condition.
Yes.
And you're trying to manage this condition. Sometimes you're told that these supplements would come in handy, and therefore you want to as well just decide not to take your medicine.
Right. Well, we want to be responsible as a company. We always think you should consult your physician that you're working with to make sure that you are okay to take these products. But if you go to PubMed and you look up glutathione, you will see that glutathione is related to about 74 different disease states. Okay. That's quite a number. And so glutathione is so critical to your health. We think that anyone can take these products. We think that they are absolutely outstanding. We've been selling them around the world. And as a U.S. company, we are responsible to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. So we have to keep any adverse effects. We have to keep a log of it, very detailed. In fact, the FDA comes and audits everything that we do. Okay. We make our products at a pharmaceutical grade. They are tested by an independent company that comes in and actually comes to see, are there any banned substances in our products? That's a BSCG, and it's on the label of each of our products, as you can see here, right? So we make sure that, again, independent verification of the quality of our products. So anybody can take our products. We have our office over in the Garden City Office Park. So everybody is invited to come. There will be Max associates all over the country talking about the products. We hope there will be a lot of physicians talking about our products. In fact, I had a discussion yesterday with a physician who came to me and said, I want to know what's in your products because I gave them to one of my patients and I don't understand why they recovered so quickly.
How soon until you realize the effect or the...
It depends on your body.
Okay.
And what I say is, before you take our products, make a health assessment, right? How are you sleeping? Right? When do you start to lose energy during the day? Where do you have aches and pains? Right? Commit to taking the products for 30 days and then return to that list.
Okay.
Because we stand by the value of our products. I will always say that if our products don't deliver the value, don't buy them.
Don't buy them.
It's completely fine because, why give me money if I'm not delivering to you a product that's worth more than the money that you've given, right?
Okay.
And so we will be, here. That's the other thing. I am not a difficult guy to find. I believe that if I stand behind a product, if I give somebody a product, I should be there to answer each and every question. It would be easy for me to stay in the United States and just ship the products and then just put another face on it. But I believe in these products so much and I stand behind them so much that I will be throughout Kenya, I will be throughout East Africa, I will be there to talk to people about how great these products are, because they actually really matter. They make a difference. When you see people who are looking for an answer, I don't want to give people false hope. I want it to be based upon valid scientific evidence and real experience.
So mine is just to enlighten you, inform you, let you know that there's an existence of something in the market. You try it out, thank me later. How do they get a hold of you now that you say you're available? Garden City?
Yes, come to the Garden City offices. We will be there. I'm going to be here in Kenya through next Tuesday, and then I'll be here throughout the country very, very often. And I want everyone to experience the technology here. This is a truly unique and special technology that delivers value, that will help people all over the country. And we will be here to make sure that we're doing our best to service Kenya.
You know, we got into the conversation and I forgot the feedback, but not a problem. I'm sure we'll be forwarding some of these questions that you have sent